looks like this.
What is it?
Finch! Order from Mike Finch!
Welcome, my friends, to Shakakapow.
What movie are we going to talk about now?
Was it a snooze, or did it make us go, wow?
Wow.
So what movie are we going to talk about now?
He's mean.
He's green?
Hulk?
Smash.
Puny humans.
Well, so he is a mean one, this Mr.
Mike Finch!
Yeah, exactly. Well, so we're going to talk about 2022's The Mean One, which is a Christmas horror parody movie based on
Finch?
Yeah, something like that. Alright, so
Are we allowed to say the Grinch? I said it now.
they weren't allowed to say it in the movie.
Are we allowed to say it?
Yeah, I think so. We're not making any money on this anyway.
I am. Because I had Finch, Inch,
And
Yeah, that
other
was
ones?
Stinch.
Alright,
Alright.
get to the point.
Yeah.
So, it's a horror Christmas parody movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's like a new trend. We had Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, for Halloween we talked about that one.
Yeah.
And
That was a snooze.
that was a snooze fest, and that was a boring movie. What did you guys think of The Mean One?
I found it very interesting.
Yeah, surprisingly entertaining.
Yeah, really enjoyed it.
Mm.
It's a bad movie, but it's still
It's
enjoyable.
a really good bad movie.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a bad movie, low budget, but it was done in a very cool way.
Yeah.
It was entertaining.
Yeah, exactly.
Before I saw this movie, there was only one good Grinch movie. And that was the one from the 60s with Boris Karloff. The Jim Carrey one is kind of overrated.
Yeah.
And the one with Benedict Cumbersnatch,
I've never seen that one.
I've never seen
Awful.
it either.
god awful.
I didn't like the Jim Carrey one either when I saw it back then. I don't know if I would have liked it more now. I'm not sure.
This one was bad, but this is a so bad it's good movie.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a good way of describing it.
Yeah.
So, who do we have in this movie? And who's the director? Any famous people?
Well, the director was Stephen Lamorte.
La Muerte. No, La Morte, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I know many of his previous movies.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who played the
Mean One.
mean one was a guy, he's known as Art the Clown from the Terrifier.
Mm-hmm.
And his name is
David Howard
David
Thornton.
David Howard Thornton.
And he was really good in this one as well. Kind of, he's good as monsters or bad guys. Like as the clown role, he does a lot of cool facial expressions, and he did many of those same things here.
Yeah, he's wearing a mask though,
Yeah.
but still, it was
yeah.
well done. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the actress who played Cindy Lou
Knew who?
Cindy
Cindy who?
that was she isn't exactly an actress. She's more like a
Stunt woman.
stunt actress.
Yeah. She's had a couple of roles, but a lot of stunt roles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she also played a live action Captain Marvel in some stage thing.
Mm.
And honestly, if she played Captain Marvel in the Marvel
movies.
movies, I would maybe enjoy them a little bit more.
Yeah.
Her name was
Crystal.
Martin.
All right, and we also had discount Skeet Ulrich.
Yeah, if you order Skeet Ulrich from Wish, you get Eric Baker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a second, I actually thought it was Skeet Ulrich.
Yeah, I had to.
He really looked like Skeet Ulrich.
He looked like the sheriff from Riverdale.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
So maybe not from Wish, but more like from Amazon or something.
No, that's a real.
Okay.
That's the real
That's
Skeet
it.
Ulrich.
That's a real.
Okay.
Skeet Ulrich is already discount Skeet Ulrich.
All right.
Okay.
So, the movie begins where, well, kind of in the middle of the old classic cartoon,
Yeah.
where you have Grinch
Stealing all their shit.
Yeah, basically.
and the scene goes exactly like in the movie. Like Cindy Lou, she wakes up and she sees Santa, and you don't know.
And she's like,
Was
"Why,
his head
Santa, why?"
screwed on?
Yeah. They even referenced those things in this one.
But things didn't go exactly like in.
And that's funny because they show you like that scene and they kind of rewind and the narrator says, but how about if I told you that this wasn't
the way it went down.
And that narrator, when I was listening to his voice, I was thinking, is that Malcolm McDowell?
That was Wish.
Yeah,
Malcolm
Wish
McDowell.
Malcolm McDowell. The narrator was really good though, and they did the same rhyme thing as well.
We got Malcolm McDowell at home.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's a lot of this going on in this movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically.
There's a lot of discounted versions.
Yeah. All right, so things didn't go down like it did in the old classic story. Instead, Cindy Lou's mom also
wakes up
in this story. And she sees the Santa robbing all their shit, and she's like, Cindy, get away from him, man.
And she does like a Shakakapow.
Yeah. And things go wrong, and yeah. The mom dies.
Spoilers?
The mom dies.
Yeah.
Mom dies, yeah.
Kinda accidentally. She falls in
Yeah, she gets
impaled by some Christmas
ornament.
Yeah.
Thing. Yeah. Mm.
And then Cindy Lou screams, "Monster!"
Monster, and that's where.
Yeah. And basically we jump 20 years into the future.
Yeah.
And it's not called
Whoville.
Whoville, it's called
Newville.
Yeah. And that's also the same reason why we're not allowed to say
Finch.
Yeah,
Finch.
Grinch.
Grinch. Yeah.
He's a mean one, that Mr. Finch! Last call for Mike Finch!
Yeah, so it's basically 20 years later, and she comes back to this.
Sorry guys, this is just too hot.
She comes back to Newville, where Christmas is now banned for some reason. People don't talk about it much.
No. For some reason.
Mm.
And she comes back with her dad.
Mm. And since it's been 20 years, they don't know about the Christmas banning, so they roll into town with antlers on the car and
Everything really Christmassy.
yeah, everything really Christmassy, and they start to prepare for Christmas in their old house, and yeah.
Yeah, and they're doing it to kind of like, because it's very traumatic for this girl who saw her mother died. So she's there to like treat her traumas.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why they're going back. So that's the reason why she's back in town. So that is also kind of an interesting kind of start to the whole thing.
But instead of getting her traumas treated, the ghost of Christmas past
makes it even worse.
comes back to haunt her. Yeah. And spoilers, her dad dies.
A lot of spoilers in this one.
But no more spoilers. From now on, there's no more spoilers. But this is kind of just a basic intro to the movie.
Yeah.
And yeah. So she again she's haunted by this mean green monster.
Machine.
Mean green machine. And when she goes to the sheriff and they treat her like she's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
There's no such thing as the monster. They do acknowledge that there was a Christmas killer.
Yeah.
But that was like 20 years ago, so it can't be him. He can't be back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they do that. And that is kind of the premises that we are set in front of the start of the movie. And what I like about it is the mood they were setting.
Mm-hmm.
They're like setting like up what is going on, you know? You're still doubting at this point. Is it a monster? Or is it just a killer? You know,
Is
at
it
this point,
Bigfoot?
you're wondering what the flip is going on.
Could
You know,
be Hellboy too.
Yeah, it could be Hellboy too.
they actually say that
Is
in
it
the
Bigfoot?
movie.
Is it
Yeah.
Hellboy?
Yeah. No, it's very interesting, and from that moment, I noticed that I was starting to get pulled in.
Mm.
That's what they did. They did everything like very cheap and everything, but that little story hook there pulls you in. And I think it has a lot to do with the humanity of her treating her traumas. They do a very well telling of the story right there. That kind of like you get pulled in and you really believe in it. So it's a very interesting way they go about it.
Mm. Well, what did you guys think about the Grinch?
He was really good.
Yeah.
And he was funny. He was disturbing.
Yeah.
My favorite scene was probably when he came into the diner. We're not going to do more spoilers, but like he was very animated and had a lot of personality to him.
Mm.
Yeah.
Just like Art the Clown.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of the Terrifier movies.
No.
I haven't seen one.
Mm.
And the kills.
They are cheap. The effects are bad, but they got better and better.
In the beginning, I felt they were kind of limited, and I was like, that was the only thing the Winnie the Pooh movie did better. The kills.
Yeah.
But as
and the CGI blood was not as. I mean, the effects were not as good in this one as in the Winnie the Pooh movie.
But everything else is better. But the killings in the beginning, they felt kind of rated, like PG.
Yeah.
But then, as the movie progressed, the killings just stepped up their game.
Mm.
Yeah.
So here I am kind of like surprised a little bit because I've noticed that the way you're talking about these horror movies is that you're interested in the killings and how they look and all that. While what I enjoy with a good horror movies is actually the build-up before the killing. And they did that very well with that creepy kind of acting that he does. So the killing was bad and the CGI and everything, but I felt like the build-up for the killing was done very well. It was like, it pulls you in even more.
I don't think it's so much the horror fan, it's more like the slasher fan in me that appreciates good kills in horror movies. Yeah. But I agree, a good horror movie is more thrilling than...
It
of course.
should be like a good build-up there. I'm not so big on slasher movies, so that's why probably... Because you were like, oh, this is like this and that, when we were watching the movie, and I was like, why do you care about that? You're dead now. They don't care.
No, but I do agree, because when we watched the Winnie the Pooh movie, like, it was boring to watch everyone get killed because you didn't care about the plot, you didn't care about any of the characters. In this one, you're actually rooting for Cindy.
Yeah.
And everyone's against her. The whole city is against her. Everyone says she's crazy. She's even doubting herself.
Yeah.
So the whole premise is
kind
more
of an
interesting.
underdog thing, kind of, and that always pulls you in. There's a humanity to the story.
Yeah, and the movie takes the time, as you say, to actually get you engaged in the story and what's going on.
Yeah.
The Winnie the Pooh movie did not do that.
Nothing at all.
It had me intrigued for 1 minute, and that was until Christopher Robin was out of the movie. That was it. Any other interesting characters? I liked the sheriff.
Yeah, the sheriff, he was...
He had like a redemption arc.
Yeah.
And you could understand what he was doing when you... towards the end, when he explains himself, you understood why he was acting the way he was.
Yeah, he was kind of a, tribal person, the people that's in his tribe, he protects. But the people outside the tribe, he doesn't care about. Again, a very, human kind of person. It's very relatable to many people.
And there was this other character that was kind of interesting as well.
The mayor.
No, the doc.
Yeah.
The old guy.
He was very good.
Yeah, he's like this typical Van Helsing character, like the city fool who knows all the secrets, but nobody believes.
He reminded me of that Santa character, that drunken hobo Santa in that very cool, obscure YouTube show about Christmas. It's called Shakakapow
Christmas calendar.
From a couple of years ago.
I've heard it.
Very
I've heard
YouTube phenomenon. Where they had a drunken hobo Santa.
Yeah, but and like in the beginning they were like they just called him Doc.
Yeah.
But then there's this reveal of his name, and like if you know the Grinch, there's only just one doctor in Grinch mythology, and that's
Dr Seuss.
Dr. Seuss himself. So that was kind of funny. That's the reason why he knew.
It was very cool.
Yeah.
No, it was very well done. The plot, the story, what they've done with the material was really cool. The only thing you can fault this movie is the budget.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. And that was probably the rights to the Mike
material.
Finch character.
There are some things I wish they played more into than, I would like more of the supernatural kind of element that they almost seemed to play into, but they didn't go all the way with it, which I felt like was a little bit of lost opportunity to build even more of a mood, because I liked supernatural stuff. But no, the whole movie was done quite well. It's like you said, it's the only thing you can fault is the budget, really.
And one more thing that I did like about the movie is one of the reasons why I don't like the Jim Carrey and the Benedict Cumberbatch movie is we don't really need a backstory for the Grinch. Do we? He's just a mean green monster in the mountains who don't like Christmas. And not all villains need this
sometimes
tragic backstory. Sometimes
it sometimes just kills the character with too much information. A little bit of mystery around the villain is really, really good. You don't have to explain everything, because you might just ruin a little bit of the mystery, something is better in here than actually told. So yeah, I totally agree with that. And the Grinch is you don't need much backstory there. You don't need that thing with him. So yeah.
Well, anything else?
I think that covers most of it.
I think if I'm going to recommend a movie, I recommend that you go see it with an open mind. Don't go see it with your hopes up in the sky. That will disappoint you, I think.
Yeah, it is, like we said, it's a bad movie, but it's a good bad movie, Gather some of your friends, maybe to have a laugh or just enjoy it, and something like that. It's like something like that. It's not something you watch and then think it's going to be fantastic, it is fun. It is intriguing. It will pull you in, but there's a lot of things lacking. It's like what you said. It's a bad movie.
Yeah, I think one of the things that pulled me into the movie was that before starting watching the movie, I went in with Winnie the Pooh in my mind.
I was going to say that.
Yeah.
Since we watched Winnie the Pooh first, I had no expectations.
No.
And this was way better than Winnie the Pooh.
Mm.
Also, we watched the original cartoon first, and then it was interesting to see, because since references, we went in very fresh with all that. So it was that rhyme, that reference. So it was. I would say if you're going to watch this, keep an open mind, don't have expectations. But if you want to have a little bit more of a fun reference point, watch the original cartoon first, and then watch this one.
Because then you see how much thought they put into everything, and then you're like, oh, they really did some work here. You know, they really understood the source material, and it was really cool, very clever.
Yeah,
a lot of it was clever.
Yeah.
So did this movie stunk, or did it surprise you guys?
No, it was. I liked it.
Genuinely surprised.
Dice roll.
Dice roll.
Out of 6.
Out of 6.
Now let's go out of 10.
Out of 10.
Out of 10.
All right. So let's give it a 6.5. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly the number I would give it to. Or maybe 6.66.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you, Mikey? Out of 10?
6.69.
Smash.
You didn't hear anything. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Have you seen the Grinch? Finch?
Have you seen the mean one?
The mean one. Yes.
Did you like it?
Let us know in the comments. Yeah. That's it for today. You filthy animal. Take care, guys.
Take care.